Millions of people jump into delivery driving every year to make extra cash, but committing to the wrong platform means burning through gas, accelerating the wear on your car, and making minimum wage for your trouble. In 2026, the landscape is dominated by three giants: DoorDash, Instacart, and Amazon Flex. The obvious question you're asking is, which one of these actually pays the most for my time? If you sign up blindly chasing the highest theoretical payout, you usually end up frustrated. Drivers who do this burn out quickly because the pay structure doesn't match their daily lives. We are going to break down how these platforms actually compensate you, rank them by reliability, and give you a practical blueprint to realistically hit $1,200 a month. Consistent gig profit requires matching the specific payout mechanics of an app to your real-world schedule limits. To stay at your best option, we have to look at the defining trade-off in the gig economy: schedule flexibility versus income predictability. Schedule flexibility means you can open your phone and start earning money instantly, without planning a shift days in advance. Take a look at this chart. On the vertical axis, we have income predictability, which means knowing exactly how much you'll earn before you leave your house. On the horizontal axis, we have schedule flexibility. As you can see by this diagonal line, no single app maxes out both metrics. If you want guaranteed money, you give up flexibility. If you want total freedom, your pay fluctuates. Knowing exactly where your lifestyle fits on this spectrum prevents you from wasting free time on a platform that actively fights your schedule. If you are constantly pressed for time and need absolute freedom, DoorDash is your answer. The barrier to entry is extremely low. You can pass the background check and start delivering within 3 to 5 days. The mechanics are simple. You pick up food from local restaurants, drop it off at a customer's door, and you can log in to Dash exactly when it suits you. This comparison table shows the numbers. DoorDash drivers average $15 to $22 an hour after gas and vehicle wear. But notice the tip dependence row. Hitting that $22 mark relies heavily on generous customers. Earnings fluctuate wildly by market and time of day. Getting stuck behind a long line at a slow restaurant, combined with a low base pay from the app itself, can tank your hourly rate without warning. With DoorDash, you are deliberately trading guaranteed hourly pay for the convenience of monetizing an unexpected free hour on a Tuesday night. On the exact opposite end of the spectrum is Amazon Flex. This is the choice if you need absolute certainty about your income. Instead of dealing with hot food and ticking customers, you reserve blocks of time in advance to pick up and deliver pre-sorted Amazon packages. Let's bring back our quadrant chart. Amazon Flex sits high on the income predictability axis because you earn a guaranteed block rate. You are looking at a highly consistent $18 to $25 an hour.
You never have to guess what you'll make. You bypass the tip culture entirely and skip the wait times at crowded restaurant counters. The trade-offs, however, are physical and logistical. You need a large vehicle, you'll lift heavier items, and fiercely compete for shift blocks. It's also much harder to get started. Many major cities have long wait lists just to get on the platform. If you are willing to lock into a rigid shift and exert more physical effort, Amazon Flex is the most reliable income generator available. Sitting directly in the middle of these two extremes is Instacart. Most drivers opt for the full-service shopper role. This requires you to walk store aisles, physically shop for groceries, and deliver them to the customer. The extra effort pays off. You can expect to average $17 to $25 an hour, largely because people tip much better on a week's worth of groceries than they do on a single fast food meal. Taking batch orders, shopping for 2 or 3 customers in a single store run, multiplies your active earnings and pushes your hourly rate toward that $25 ceiling. The downside is the friction inside the store. Hauling heavy cases of water, getting lost in confusing aisles, and managing out-of-stock items will constantly eat up your time. Instacart fits best if you are highly organized and want a higher earning ceiling than DoorDash, but refuse to commit to the rigid scheduling of Amazon Flex. The most profitable drivers in 2026 don't pick just one of these platforms. They use a strategy called app stacking. App stacking means relying on one platform as your baseline guaranteed income and then activating the others strictly to monetize your downtime. Here's an optimized Saturday timeline. You start with a guaranteed Amazon Flex block from 8 a.m. to noon. Then transition into the afternoon grocery window with Instacart for 2 hours. Finally, switch to DoorDash from 6 to 8 p.m. to capture the evening food rush.
By matching specific apps to their peak demand windows, you eliminate sitting around waiting for orders. This active utilization is how part-time drivers consistently pull in $800 to $1,200 a month. Your next step is to look at your actual availability and pick the platform that anchors your personal strategy. This decision matrix lays out the path forward. If you're over 40, value your time, and demand a guaranteed return, prioritize Amazon Flex. If your schedule is chaotic and you need income right away without any shift commitments, sign up for DoorDash today. If you are meticulous, organized, and want to leverage busy weekend mornings, focus your energy on Instacart batches. The smartest move you can make today is to initiate the background checks for all 3 platforms this week, so you have the tools ready to stack them. Stop making decisions based on theoretical hourly maximums. Honestly, audit the time you actually have.